fire crews, everybody that's working so hard. Again, our local people on the ground, the support here has been awesome. I should mention we have Senator Darren Owens here with us as well. My senator and the senator for this part of the state, just an incredible leader, as well as Representative Albrecht. And my main message, and the reason we ask you to be here, again, to support the people here locally, but to understand that this could happen anywhere in the state right now. We need you. I haven't begged in a long time. I'm begging people right now to please exercise extreme caution. One spark and we could have another fire just like this, and that means shrinking resources, right? We're able to throw everything at this one because we don't have other major fires in the state right now, but the only way to prevent that from happening is for people to make really, really smart decisions and avoid the dumb ones.
Can you just share where you're going today, who you're seeing, communities you're
Yeah. So we're here. I'm about to go fly the fire, so we're going to fly all the way around the fire, go see what things look like on the other side of the mountain as well. Our friends over in Pusharam and those areas, Burrville, they got evacuated. Again, heroic efforts by our firefighters to protect assets. We have lost some homes. We have lost some cabins. Farmers, ranchers who are losing their infrastructure, water lines. It's really tough right now. Of course, we have wildlife resources as well that are going to be impacted on this mountain. Very popular mountain for hunting. We'll have more news on that for those who have drawn out for the hunt later this year. We're going to be taking care of you, making sure that you have those opportunities. But we met today with our federal officials. We met with state officials. We met with local officials. We also just met with our dispatchers. Sometimes our dispatchers get forgotten. We talk about the firefighters on the ground. We talk about the community. Dispatchers, this is incredible. Again, this is a one of a kind where we brought all of the resources together. They're dispatching from the Nevada border all the way to Lake Powell, the Colorado River, and north and south of us. It's cool to see. They're dispatching not just for the state or the local, but all of our federal partners as well. So again, we have a state-of-the-art facility here that the state helped to build. We provided the campus here for that. Federal partners participated, and we're able to do that. So those are the meetings we're having today. Lieutenant Governor was down here a couple days ago for the community meeting as well, and it was incredible to see that. Again, watching some of those community meetings online, been able to see people who have just lost everything come and ask the firefighters what they need and how they can be helpful. I want to recognize Congresswoman Celeste Malloy, who is here with us as well. Thank you for making the trip up here. We have so much support, again, from local, state, and federal partners, and I want to thank our media partners for getting the word out. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Governor. That'll be the end of it, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. Governor's got to take off.
Thanks, Carl.
Yep.
All right, everybody listening in to Governor Spencer Cox there talking about the Monroe Canyon Fire. He's down in central Utah right now. This fire has exploded in size, and firefighters have been struggling trying to get the upper hand on this fire. So on Friday, he traveled down there today on this deteriorating situation. Thursday, the fire had taken over 12,000 new acres in just 24 hours. So in a week's time, this fire has doubled in size, according to officials. So some of the latest details here. 7 cabins and homes have already been destroyed as of Friday. So this fire, it has been absolutely raging, and just our weather conditions here in Utah have been so just really rough for fire conditions and firefighters. At one point, firefighters had to be pulled off the fire line trying to fight this fire. I know we got Daniel Woodruff, who is down in that area. He was at the press conference. We're efforting him, trying to join us here in just a second. So give me a moment as we try to do that. At one point, we have I'm looking at one of the reports here from KSLTV.com. We had more possible evacuations loomed in the areas as flames reached as high as 300 feet tall. We saw firefighters saying flames were jumping half a mile from tree to tree in this situation with the Monroe Canyon Fire. Let me see if I can pull up some of this video here. Give me 1 second. I can pull up this here. I'm going to show you this. Let me get this playing. These are just some of the photos we got from folks down in that area. some of the different videos showing the smoke, the flames coming off of this Monroe Canyon fire. Absolutely devastating. Containment dropped on this fire. Let me get the latest from Utah Fire Info. So 7%. We were up at one point to 16%. Then it dropped back down to 7% on this Monroe Canyon fire. Closing State Route 24 in Sevier County again, forcing a number of residents to evacuate in that area. We have 11,000 firefighter personnel working on this fire to contain this. 11,000. Think about that. That's so many firefighters working on this fire. What else can I tell you? We did have the governor. He signed an executive order Thursday afternoon declaring a state of emergency for at least 30 days as wildfires continue to rage across the state of Utah. All right, let me see if where we're at with Daniel. Okay. Let's see. I've got, there was a briefing held the other night. I want to listen into some of the comments here that were made by incident management talking about the Monroe Canyon fire during a briefing just 24 hours ago. Let's hear what they had to say about this.
We've got over 1,000 people on this fire, boots on the ground, and we're throwing everything at it. That aircraft is flying nonstop, and it is just not stopping this thing.
Yeah, they just continue to go nonstop at this fire. Okay, so the governor, he said he's going to go fly this fire. He's going to get a better look at what's happening with the resources down on this fire. Matt Johnson, as we talked to him in the Weather Center today, was saying conditions don't look great. Still really, really warm, hot temperatures going into the weekend. That's definitely not what we need. We need some rain. We need some moisture in the air to help these firefighters out. But right now, we're just not getting it. That's what's so tough about this. Let's see. Anybody weighing in on our comments? 1,100 firefighters, Sarah said. Let me make sure. I swear it said 11. Nope, 11,000 is what we have written. 11,000 firefighter personnel have been working on this. I thought the same thing, Sarah, when I read that. I thought that's a lot. That's a lot. But that's what we have written on here. I'll check the numbers on that. That does seem really high, right? 1,100 would make more sense. But I'm looking at our article. Maybe our article's wrong, right? Let's see. Let's pull this back up. All right, we're still efforting Daniel Woodruff. I know he's at that press conference right now. Let's see if he can join us. Let's see what we got going on here. We'll give him one more minute to see if he can join us. Okay, we do know that the governor said that the order activated a statewide plan that could involve getting the National Guard involved if needed. And so that might be an effort to get these fires under control here in our state. So we'll see if that happens after the governor makes his visit here to the Monroe Canyon fire. All right. Doesn't look like we're going to get Daniel here anytime soon. I know he's running around trying to stick with the governor on what his efforts are down there. So, all right, folks, I'm going to cut you loose here. We'll have an update over on KSL 5 News at noon, but we'll try to get more of the governor's comments. I know we joined late there, kind of jumped early on us. We weren't able to get the beginning of the governor's comments, but we'll try to get the full thing up for you on KSLTV.com here shortly if you missed any of that, and make sure that we have the most updated information for you. So thanks so much. We'll see you over on KSL 5 News at noon. Stay safe out there. We'll see you.